In this video, we're going to look at making a duotone from a photograph. So here's the duotone assignment folder. Inside there are 4 photographs and 1 instruction sheet. And if you open that instruction sheet, you will see something that looks like this. That describes what a duotone is and shows some examples and how to check that you have correctly made one. And then on the second page there's the instructions, which I'm going to do right now. So we want to choose one of these photos to make a duotone from. I'm going to choose this butterfly one, and I'm going to open that in Photoshop. And I've got my channels open here on the side. That's next to the layers panel. There's channels. I can see it's an RGB image. There's red, green, and blue. So before creating a duotone, the file needs to be saved to a grayscale. So if we go to the image menu and then mode, we can see there is a duotone right here, but it's grayed out. We can't select it. We have to go to grayscale first. We get this alert to discard color information. We say yes, discard the color information. So now you can see in channels we have just a gray image, a grayscale image of that butterfly. Now if I go back up to image mode, duotone is now lit, and those 3 dots mean we're going to get a dialog box. So if I open that, we get the duotone dialog box. Here there's a bunch of presets, like lots of presets for different types of pre-made duotones, like if you wanted a cool gray or whatnot, cyanish one, you can have whatever you want. But a duotone has 2 colors, 2 inks, and here we have ink 1 and ink 2, and usually one of the inks is black, which is what is set right now. And then there's another ink here. If you click on that color square, it'll bring up the color picker. And generally you make duotones with spot colors. So to get the spot color libraries, we come over to this color libraries button, click on that, and that gives us our Pantone libraries. You've got all these are different Pantone books. So Pantone solid coded is a really popular one. So I'm going to select that. And then to get to the exact color, you can hunt around here, but if you just start typing the number like 180 or 300, you can get to a color that you want. So I'm just going to go with that. Usually darker colors work better because they will give more range, tonal range to your image. Actually, I'll go with this mute. No, we'll stay with that. Okay, so you just say, you pick your color and you say OK. And if you're familiar with Photoshop, you can come into here, and these are the curve boxes, curve dialog boxes. And so looking at my image down there, I can reset some of these curves to get different contrast levels, because that changes your input and your output values. That's too much purple. I'll go with that, a little bit like that, maybe look a little bit like that, an S curve, slight S curve. Anyways, you get your curves done. You don't have to do curves, it'll do it for you automatically. I'm just going to check this black one, that's got a little bit there. If you drag a point off of the thing, it disappears. So I can take that point and just drag it off, and it changes it to the diagonal line. Say OK there. Anyways, you've got your 2 Pantone colors, and we say OK there. And now in the channels panel, it shows duotone. And up here in the title of the picture, it says duotone. And so you just do a save as a Photoshop file. So we'll go save as. I'm going to put my last name in here. Sorry. And then duotone. I'm going to save it to the desktop, and sorry you can't see the bottom of my window here, but save it as a Photoshop file and then do save, and we're done.